our synchronous session for week 11. Okay, it's already recording, I presume. All right. Pardon me because sometimes my internet connection becomes so laggy, so perhaps there are times na baka mawala ako. Sabihan niyo lang ako, just chat me on the chat box. This is recorded and I hope this will be watched, for those who haven't here. So thank you so much, Ivan, Vincent, Rara, and for the others na habol for the synchronous session. So welcome to our week 11 synchronous session. Once again, I am your instructor, Sir Ced. And this time before I begin the formal class, I would like to give you some reminders since next week it's our exam week, so we will no longer meet by next week. So literally, technically, this is our final synchronous session. So I would like you to answer all of your missed out formative and summative assessments, even in M1, M2, M3. No, na-open pa siya, no? Open pa yung mga assessments natin. So please do answer them as soon as possible, no, para hindi kayo ma-IP. So submit your argumentative essay on or before February 10. So this is the due date that I have set because I have to close it on advance because I have to check it and hindi kasi siya auto-check. So kailangan kong manumanuhin, basahin yung mga paper ninyo. I need an ample time for that. So I do require you to submit it on or before February 10. So you still have like 8 days, no, for you to finish this one. The last week will be your M3 exam week. So we will not conduct synchronous session next week para focus kayo sa exams niyo and all of your other requirements. Take this time to answer and submit all of your assessments. So we have 2 formative for M1, 3 formative for M2, and 1 formative for M3. So, and also 1 summative and 1 summative for M1 and M2, which is an exam type or objective typed. No, iba lang yung M3 because it's a requirement type or output-based activity. So you have to create an output, which is an argumentative essay for that. Clear? Okay, so if you can come across your Canvas courses, we have ilang lessons: fallacy of relevance, fallacy of weak induction, and argumentation and debate. So this is our lesson for this afternoon. So I will just come across all of the contents. If there are some of you who are asking, sir, required ba mag-answer ng ASU? My answer is no. That is only for supplementary learning materials and assessment materials. That will be no part. That is not part of your grade, but it's just an additional learning experience for you para ma-maximize niyo yung course na to sa Canvas. Okay, so we just added that. It's part of the curriculum as well. And just come across lang the materials kasi connected din naman siya sa lessons natin. Okay? Okay, so let's see here your M3 summative requirement final submit here. So guys, I actually try to ask Sir Josh about this because I encountered problems, especially in grading this one. Kasi I have to download it yung last time. So I have to make it a assignment type. So I do apologize for the paulit-ulit, na pagbibigay ko nito sa inyo kasi yung experience ko kasi nun, mahirap i-check. Kailangan pa siya i-download mano-mano. So kayo lahat i-download ko. You are like 90 plus. So I think that's not practical in my end. So mas madali kasi pag speed grader na lang para kagaya siya sa Blackboard na next ko na lang. So may isa daw na nag-answer. Bakit isa pa ang nag-send dito ng submission? Wala pa atang nagsasubmit. Wait lang. So kung makita. Do you already finish or nakapag-submit na ba kayo? So ganito siya, no? So madali kung ganito kasi para at least pwede ko na lang i-check agad and maka-add ako comments if ever, then next ko na lang to the next student. So far, isa lang yung nag-submit. Bakit ganito? Bakit isa lang yung nag-submit? Nahihirapan ba kayo? Guys, can anyone please comment or reply? Bakit walang nagsasubmit? Ginagawa nyo ba siya as of this time? Hello? Anyone? Everyone?
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Okay, so wala na kayong problem sa submission, no? Sa submission B natin doon. Okay na tayo doon. Kasi again ha, isang IP lang sa module automatically wala kayong numerical grade. So, sayang magiging IP siya. So, kailangan mapasa nyo lahat ng modules. Ginagawa pa. Okay, thank you for that. So, at least I know in my end na you're working on it. All right. So, yeah, basically ganito 'yon, no? Yeah. Okay. Proceed tayo. So this is your requirement. I want you to create an argumentative essay. You may freely choose any debatable, ethical, philosophical, or political, or any societal issues you noticed that are relevant in our country or even across the world. You can provide your motion, whether you approve or disapprove it, like you approve of that penalty or you disapprove it. Follow the guide format below, no? So I recommend this. These are just sample topics na naisip ko na pwede natin gamitin or pwede niyong gamitin, no, for you to use in your paper. Like the House believes that death penalty in the Philippines should be legalized. Another example is the House believes that same-sex union should be legalized in the Philippines. Those are just some of my examples. No? You don't have to copy this vis-a-vis. You could just think of any topic that that really interests you or find yung gusto nyo talaga in other terms. So the motion, no, this is what you stand for. So you believe that, example lang to, this is still during the pandemic time. So kailangan na nating baguhin, no? Kasi my students before, kasi dati 'di ba pandemic pa masyado. So ngayon, hindi na natin masyadong i-focus yung pandemic. Focus na tayo sa real life, kung ano ng mga nangyayari ngayon. Instructions, you have to create an argumentative essay about it consisting of the 5 parts. Title page. Yeah, so we have the title page. And yeah, this should consist of a strong introductory paragraph with a clear motion or ground of your arguments. You choose either you are affirmative or negative. You provide at least 3 arguments that are based on your stand. So it consists of these parts as well: introduction, background that will support the 3 argument propositions, conclusions, references. Yeah, and the final parts. Well, I have set an example here, class. This is my output when I was still in college. Ito yung ginawa ko nung college ako, no? So, pwede nyo siyang tingnan din. Personally ko talaga to ginawa. Requirement talaga to sa amin sa Ateneo when I was still in college. So, you could see this file here. Rubric for scoring, 30% for the intro and the conclusion. So it should really suffice what you're really talking about, your motion, the problem. It's really clear, it's definite, no? Concise, direct to the point, madaling intindihin. Main points, no? 3 or more main points or argument propositions are also should be well developed, which has supporting details and evidences. Can also include reputation, either you want to warrant your claim or you want to argue, in other words. So this should also acknowledge the opposing view and should summarize the main points. 125% organization and structure. It should be logical, compelling progression of ideas in essay, has a clear structure, which should enhance and showcase the central idea or theme. Okay, and the organization flows so smoothly that the readers think about it. So madaling intindihin, hindi siya ambiguous. In other words, it's well structured or should be organized. 15% for the citations and writing mechanics. So a good paper should also be integrated well with in-text citations by research. When I mean research, it should not be copy pasted lang, no? It should also include your own point of view and opinion. Okay, this is the purpose of the essay. It's not purely a research paper, but it's an argumentative essay. So you have to create a stance, and through research, you can support it by that. Okay, so use APA format for the reference section. So the minimum standard for this essay is 3 to 5 pages. The required format is Arial 12, 1.5 line spacing. Provide the APA 7th edition format. You can research several journals or articles or reports available online in making the paper. Avoid plagiarism. Beyond the 30% threshold in Safe Assign will incur a deduction in your score. The worst case scenario will get a 0 for the final requirements. So read carefully these rubrics here for your guide, no, in creating the paper. Remember that this is a major requirement and is 100 points. Okay, 100 points siya. The deadline will be on February 10. I think it's February 10. Clear? Questions so far? Questions on the paper? You have any questions or concerns? None so far. Okay. All right. So I hope when we have our major class in physiological psychology, because I will be your professor, you will attend the class. I will be very strict in your attendance, no? So you need to really attend the class face to face. Okay, that's my rule. Okay, I will be very strict sa mga major courses. Perhaps lenient ako dahil minor course lang tayo ngayon, but perhaps a major course, I will be very strict. It's a professional course. I know most of you are psych majors, so yeah, see you next term. Yun na lang yun. All right, let's proceed. Okay. Show mo na ako video class, no? This is just a video of how you can actually create your term paper. I hope the audio is audible for you. I'll try to reshare again and with the computer audio. Titignan natin. How to actually create a term, a research, I mean, argumentative essay. Tell me if it's not audible in your end.
We are going to learn the process of writing an argumentative essay in 5 short videos. We normally use a 5-paragraph structure, common in other types of essay, with 2 arguments supporting our view and 1 against. This is not the only way to write an essay. 6 paragraphs are also often used. Today, we will use 5, which is also known as a hamburger essay. This is made up of an introduction, 3 body paragraphs, and a conclusion. Let's start at the beginning. In this section, we're going to analyse the question and plan our essay effectively. It's important to plan your essay first. This ensures your reader can follow the progression of your argument. In an exam, it will also mean you get good marks for organisation and structure. Look for clues in the essay question. This will tell you what the task requires. Find these and they will help you answer it effectively. The main clues we can get from the text are: why indicates that you need to give a reason. This is your purpose. The keywords study and history tell us a subject we are writing about. Why, study and history should be underlined. This is asking your opinion, so it requires your voice. Write an essay of 300 to 500 words. This shows how many words you need to write. Remember, the examiner doesn't want to read too much or too little. We have to give both sides of the argument in this essay, so that means we will write 2 paragraphs supporting our opinion or stand, and 1 paragraph presenting an opposing argument. Now we've analysed the question, we need to do a plan. We're going to write a 5-paragraph essay consisting of an introduction, 3 body paragraphs, 2 explaining our opinion or stand, and the other the opposing argument, and a conclusion. Now we know our basic structure, we need to choose a method to plan our essay. There are several different ways to do this, such as spider diagram, a positive and negative table, a flowchart. Today, we're going to use a spider diagram. Next, consider what the main points you want to make are. Decide on your opinion or stand about the question. First, you need to ask yourself these questions and note down your answers. Do you enjoy studying history? Why or why not? Do you think that there is any value in studying it? Why not? This is the basis for your brainstorm. Next, consider the main points you want to make. Decide your opinion about the question. Is studying history a good or bad thing? To answer this essay question, we have decided that it is a good thing. Put your question in a circle in the centre of the page, then write as many ideas as you can for and against the argument. Decide which points are positive and negative. Choose the two strongest ideas to support your opinion. You will need to think of an additional point connected to each, followed by an example, so choose the points you have the most to write about. These will be your main ideas for body paragraphs 1 and 2. Now write a topic sentence for each one. This should summarise the whole paragraph in a short, clear sentence.
Dapat may
It will
ganyan
be a
ha.
general point.
Topic
The
sentence.
sentences that follow will give more specific information about that point. Check that they are related to the question and your opinion. Yes, they are. Now imagine someone is arguing against your opinion. What would they say? This is your counterpoint. Now you have the main ideas for each of your body paragraphs. In this video, we have looked at layout, question analysis, and planning. Don't forget to keep it simple. Write a 5-paragraph essay. Read the question and circle the clues. They will help you give a correct answer. Always plan your essay, your opinion, and your topic sentences. For more advice, visit us at...
Okay, so you already learned about how to create a proper argumentative essay. I hope you've learned something from that video. And there's a lot of contents, a lot of references that you could see online, both videos and manuals for you that can help and guide you in creating an argumentative essay. Okay, right now let's discuss about argumentation and debate. So actually, I'm not really that feeling so much good today because naloko ako, no? I was scammed. My advice to you is kapag nagbibigay kayo ng mga payment options, like for instance, nag-register kayo sa isang event or sa isang training or any educational na matter or kung ano man yan, no? Always talaga. Magtanong talaga kayo kasi may mga hidden fees sila minsan na hindi nila dinadivulge. So, medyo malaki din yung nabigay ko, which is hindi ko pala nakukuha yung license na kailangan. So, I still have to pay pa for me to get that license, which is not practical. So, pag mga ganyang matters, no, talagang magtanong kayo, yung mga naka-experience na, yung mga kasama ninyo, kasi masa-scam kayo. May mga hidden fees, no? Ang scamming kasi hindi yan face-to-face. Kagaya na lang sa Spotify, if ever mag-register kayo for that premium account, hindi na-notify na every month yung GCash or yung account na ginamit ninyo, yun yung gagamitin para makapakuha na naman ng another subscription for that next month without your consent, ha. Yun yung mga nakikita kong mga patterns na ginagawa ng mga tao. So, advice ko sa inyo, basta mga ganyang may mga magbigay-bigay ka na ng mga debit card or credit card, huwag talaga credit card kasi diyan nila kinukuha. Hindi mo alam, no, without your consent, binabawasan pala yun. Kumakaltas pala sila. Kaya huwag kayong magbibigay talaga ng mga credit card or debit card, no. Buti na lang nagkaroon ako ng knowledge ngayon. So, nireklamo ko na siya, nag-send ako ng ano ko, ng complaint ko. I don't know if they will get that refund. I think hindi na ata. No? Mahirap class, to be honest. So, marami na silang ways para manloko ng tao. Okay. Okay, so let's continue. Medyo nadala ako sa vibes. Let's continue about our lesson, argumentation and debates. So this lesson will help you explain the definition and aims and the components of a debate by defining its important aspects. Also to determine the responsibilities of the chair, speakers, and objecticators by enumerating their tasks and functions, and explain the criteria for judging a debate by identifying its criterion. The debate is not possible because this course is set online. This is more plausible if it's done face to face. It's really difficult to have an online debate, no? So yeah, well, basically, let's just discuss its components. So an argument in opposition to a debate is an attempt to persuade someone of something by giving reasons or evidence for accepting a particular conclusion. So you create an argument in order for you to really derive or to really say that your opinion matters. Okay. The structure of this in natural language is that the premise, not typically the form of propositions, statements, or sentences. There's a topic sentence, of course, that will then be supported by a claim and then the conclusion. In your argumentative essay, you will be tasked to create arguments, topic sentences, no, and different forms of propositions just to make it clear that your point matters. Many arguments can also be formulated in a formal language. An argument in a formal language shows the logical form of the natural language obtained by its interpretation. So a debate in other means is a more formal, more intellectual, and normally concerns factual events or theories only. So it concerns with persuading the opposing party to an alternate viewpoint. So if we could see it, an argument does not consist or it does not require an opposing party. Well, for a debate, it's more of proving that your point is much more acceptable compared to your opponent. So one can argue at a debate and an argument, but an argument is not a debate. Take note of this. One can argue at a debate and an argument, but an argument is not a debate. So there is a clear distinction between the two. No, an argument can be used in a debate, but when we say argument, it's not really considered to be a formal debate. Arguments are more informal, debates are more formal. Arguments are usually personal, though not always, and not always concerned with the factual correctness, and can be about the things both parties are aware of. There's no opposing viewpoints. Example, the role between a man and wife cheated on each other would not be a debate as they are both aware and agree that adultery took place. So a debate is more formal. No? It has a proper process and format. Now let's proceed to debate. No, debate is a method. There's a method of doing it. Argument does not necessarily has a method. A formal debate has rules governing the process and interactions, like constructing speeches, stating your positions. Like the House believes that abortion should be legalized. Just an example. I think there's just this debate na nangyari lang, no? Last Sunday, no? It was Mr. Gumahad, no? Who had represented that debate sa may Bukidnon. So if nakasali kayo or if naka-attend kayo man, at least nalaman niyo yung proper way of debating. And debating is very popular sa inyo sa college, sa academy, no? Very famous, very popular yung mga debates na nangyayari sa colleges. So parang may mga opposing parties, then there's really a method, a system, a cycle. Okay. So quotes and personal testimony are included in a formal debate. For an informal debate, this is a more common occurrence. There's no clear structure on this, and mistakes are easier to make. Because for formal debates, there are turns, no? Arguments are given, then one will oppose it, and of course, another one will give its comments, its arguments or statements or propositions, and it goes in the process. But for an informal debate, it's a more non so much of a structure. It loses its structure, and yeah, that is really the difference. The objectives of the debate is to convince others of your viewpoint. So may pinaglalaban talaga tayo that our view is much clearer and more rational as compared to the other party. It present yourself in a way that attract people to you and your cause. So, yeah, and to win people to your way of thinking, another objective of the debate, and to be a leader. So yeah, basically these are the objectives of debate. Benefits of debate: it can help you practice and demonstrate your critical thinking skills, can help you learn to discuss complicate topics calmly, clearly, and competently, can help you cultivate your persuasion skills. Yeah, this is relevantly true. It will help you persuade more. Nakakatulong 'to para mas gumaling kayo sa pagpapaliwanag at sa pagpapaintindi, 'no, na talagang may point yung sinasabi ninyo. Well, in debates, big words are not really that so much important, but it could create a scenario that you are more intellectual as composed to other parties. I'm not saying that it does not really matter, but it gives you an edge that you can think more complicately. You get the point? But I think the objectors, the one who are judging the debates, they're more into the thought, to the impression, or to what is being persuaded. Mas doon sila nagfo-focus. So if may debate club kayo sa school natin, sumali kayo. Join kayo ng debates. Debates help deepen your understanding of topics when you actively listen to opposing views. Yeah. And debates can help sharpen your communication skills, and you can learn to say more with fewer words. So this is really the challenge, no? In a small words or in a limited time, how could you deliver your piece? That's also one of the challenge. A good debater could help condense his thoughts well, given with the pressure of time. Marunong siyang dumala, marunong niyang dalhin at i-control at i-manage yung oras niya just in a few sentences, no? Mako-comprise niya kung ano yung nais niyang sabihin. Yung pinaka main sense ng thought na gusto niyang ipaliwanag. So yun yung, I think, characteristic ng good debater. Another one, debates can be open-minding. No? Listening to opposing opinions can help you think out of the box. So magre-reason out si another party bakit hindi ma-legalize yung abortion, and magbibigay siya ng mga arguments niya. So ikaw, the opposing party, mapapaisip ka. Yun yung point of view niya. Paano natin to lalabanan? So it gives you broader range of alternatives. It will excite your imagination, putting you on that situation. Okay, it's really challenging, and it's, for me, it's a very intellectual, healthy way of thinking. Debates help remind you that while business is about competition, it is also about compromise and cooperation. Well, debates is not really like magsuntukan talaga tayo, no? It's more of an intellectual activity. It should be championed with compromise and cooperation. Also, you work as a team in a debate club or in a debate team. You work as a team. Nag-iisip kayo as one. Number 8, debate teams can offer a sense of camaraderie, demonstrating the value of teamwork. So, like what I mentioned, you really work as a team. Hindi kayo kanya-kanya. No? Kasi kung ano yung sinasabi ng isang member, it will reflect the entire group or team. To those with a truly open mind, debates can broaden and deepen reasoning and communicating skills. They can enhance the ability to think and communicate clearly and quickly. So, yeah, basically, pinapa-open niya talaga yung isip mo, no? Okay, debates are not wars and debates are not arguments. Take note of that. So this is the structure of a debate, more likely. A formal debate usually has three groups, one supporting a resolution, an affirming team, one opposing the resolution or an opposing team, and those who are judging the quality of the evidence and arguments and the performance in the debate. So ganito yung formal, grupo, mga teams. So three members usually, no? In addition to these three groups, there may be an audience made up of a class members not involved in the formal debate. So may magja-judge, may affirmative, may merong opposing teams. A specific resolution is developed and rules for the debate are established. Okay. So yun. Okay, so debate preparation. So, well, these are just some basic guidelines. You organize the teams, you know, develop the resolution to be debated, establish the rules of the debate, including the timelines, research the topics, and prepare logical arguments that can be derived from the topic. Either you oppose or you affirm, and gather supporting evidences and examples for position taken. Sa paper ninyo, may structure siya ng debate. The House believes that may ganun, no? And you will present your claim. So talagang related talaga siya sa lesson natin ngayon. Components of successful debates: clearly explain your views, use evidence to support your viewpoint, be sure of your facts, control your emotions, no, don't let your emotions cloud your judgment. Yun yung advice ko for you. Do not use fallacy or erroneous statements. Do not insinuate so much, no. Mali yung masyado kang nag-insinuate. No, be objective in your points. Don't use statements or personal viewpoints are really not going to help you to succeed in a debate. Listen towards your opponent, dahil kapag nakikinig ka sa opponent mo, meron siyang maaaring sabihin na pwede mong magamit against sa kanya. And do not attribute ridiculous or malevolent ideas to your opponent and attain regression to the mean. So those are just some um, components for successful debaters. Main areas to consider also is clarity or clearness of your arguments, evidence, and facts, and avoid insinuations or fallacies. Your emotions as well should be controlled. Understand the counter arguments. Respect, no? Respect each other and your opposing party and presumptions, no? Don't let these presumptions cloud your mind or judgment. Okay, so these are the points: clarity. You also have the evidence, emotionalism, so prevent using emotionally charged words. Do not personally attack your opponent. Remember that you're just there to state what you have in your mind. No, it's an intellectual discussion. Avoid the use of fallacy or erroneous beliefs. Okay, don't always try to insinuate. Okay, be sure of your facts. No, base it from evidences, studies, research, quotations, authors. No, those can be really helpful. Understand your opponent's arguments, respect the opponent and his intelligence, art of criticizing your opponent. No, avoid phrases that make him or her look ridiculous. Okay, so well, these are just some example types of debate. These are more specific na. And yes, this is not included to our examinations and not included to our assessments. Well, so far, do you have questions or concerns, students? you understand the difference between argumentation and debate. Do you have any questions or concerns? Hi everyone, do you have any questions or concerns? Anyone? Okay. Well, before I end this class, I would like to formally thank you for being with me this second term, no? I'm really happy na naging students ko kayo. I hope na magiging okay yung progress ninyo. Again, huwag kayong magpaano ha. Huwag kayong magpapa-IP, tapusin niyo lahat ng modules para wala na kayong problema the following term. Kasi wala kayong numerical grade and tres na lang ang pinakamataas na makukuha nyo, which is after pa the third term. So, I really suggest and please, pilitin nyo talagang tapusin lahat ng mga modules nyo. Not only in my course, but also to your other courses enrolled right now. Kasi malalag kayo, sayang din, no? Yung mga binayad yung tuition fee. So, gusto ko lang kayong kamustahin from 1 to 5, as 5 being the highest and 1 is being the most unstable emotion. How are you now? Yung 3 naman is parang medyo okay lang. Yung 4 is happy. Yung 5 is very happy. Yung 2 is medyo not so. 3 daw si Ivan. So, nasa center lang. 2, si Rara. Okay. Lapit na ba burnout? Hindi, joke. Wag eh. Face lang to class, no? Face lang to. Kahit alam natin minsan na yung course is wala masyado siyang pulos or purpose. Isipin na lang natin na yung college life ninyo, magbibigay to sa inyo talaga ng training, no? Para kahit anong trabaho man na bigay sa inyo ng teacher, ng mga bosses ninyo sa future, maka-adjust kayo easily. In other words, college will really help you adjust easier in life. I know na na-realize niyo na may mga courses na hindi nyo sa mga gamit na bakit feeling ko sir, hindi mo namin ito magamit sir. Okay, kung mag-work na kami. Well, ito na yung mindset class. College life, yung mga courses na yan, isipin niyo yung mga teachers niyo, mga boss niyo, yung mga course load ninyo, mga work ninyo, ganyan, na yun yung parang trabaho nyo ngayon. Para at least after nyo ngayon, makapag-graduate kayo, when you go to your job, to your work, to your career, easy na lang yung pag-adapt and adjust. Okay? So yun lang. So thank you everyone. Have a wonderful, pleasant afternoon. Medyo masama pa loob ko ngayon dahil na-scam nga ako, no? Masakit yun sa akin. Naloko ako. So wag lang tayo magpapaloko guys. Wag lang tayo magtitiwala, especially kung malaki yung pera na involved. Okay, no? So medyo masakit pa yung heart ko ngayon. So kaya niyo yan. So again, this is my pleasure, guys. No, signing off. Class dismissed. Goodbye, everyone.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Thank you po, sir.